All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all the hopeful elect, pushing out this word in truth and in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. This is the brother Choir from the DC camp, coming back at you with another lesson, and I'm entitled this one, What More Motivation Do You Need? And I've been meditating on this lesson, since the beginning of the week, and I was just watching, uh, observing myself and observing brethren, and then I come up with that question: What more motivation do you need? You know, what else does the Lord have to do to keep us motivated? Now let me look up that word motivation. Salakia. This is the definition for motivation. It says the act or process of motivating, the state of being motivated, having a desire or willingness to act, something that motivates an inducement, reason, or goal. And our goal is what? Salvation. To be protected when the Lord, when trouble and tribulation hits. You know, and also to receive be joint heirs in the kingdom and get our heart's desires. Is that not motivation enough? That's going to get you to move. A desire or willingness to act. Let me see. The word motivate, it says to provide with an incentive or a reason for doing something. Impel, to cause to be enthusiastic, and quite too often you see brothers that's not enthusiastic with this thing, man. But the Lord has given us every incentive. Matter of fact, the very first thing is just the grace, man, that He's extended to us. We was once lost and dead in this world, and He gave us the word back. He put the breath of life back into us. That alone is enough, even without the promises of everything else. That alone should be able to make you move, man. You every day you see wickedness all around you. You see, every day you see wickedness all around you. And the spiritual man is supposed to be mad because of the abominations they see. So you mean to tell me you can't do any videos? You can't do anything. You got brothers that don't put up videos for months. Let me get this scripture really quick though. This is 1 Corinthians 15 and verse 9. It says, "For I am the least of all the apostles, that am not meet to be called an apostle, because I persecuted the church of God. But by the grace of the Most High I am what I am, and His grace which was bestowed upon me was not in vain. But I labored more abundantly than they all, yet not I, but the grace of the Most High which was with me." You see, Paul persecuted the church, but he was set as an example for the rest of the sinners, if you will, which we are. He labored so hard because he knew what he's done. Well, we all know what we've done in our past. We all know that we're worthy of death, man. But the Lord gave us grace. So no matter what thorns and troubles that we're going through in the flesh, that shouldn't hold us back from doing what the Lord called us to do, man. You got some people, they get bored, going through the motions, like the scriptures is moving too, the prophecies is moving too slow. Well, now it's starting to speed up, and you still don't see no content from brothers, man. No sense of urgency. So I did that video. I forget exactly how it was titled, but it was "Stay Woke," man. Like, don't fall asleep, man. You got to stay alert. We actually have a job to do, man. Is not wanting to get out of here. Is that not your goal? You know, grab this scripture. This is Matthew 24 verse 14. It says, "And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come." So once this gospel is preached, the end is going to come. So what is brothers waiting on, man? Do you like it here? You know, you're not complaining. You know, uh, labor ors. Let me see. This is Matthew 9 and verse 37. It says, "Then saith he unto his disciples, The harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest that he will send forth laborers into his harvest," man. You know? You got stuff constantly happening. You got Jake confused, man. Just like we was once confused. What if I was talking to Brother Ganon the other day, man, and I said this a while ago, man. What if the apostles wasn't doing the work, man? What if the apostles had the same mindset that you got, and well, somebody else doing it, so they no, man, because then the work would have never got done. You wouldn't have never woke up. But you got brothers that got the audacity. I mean, not got the audacity, but you got brothers out there that's calling themselves prophets, but they not doing anything, man. You should be examining yourself. Is that not more motivation enough? So we said the grace. We said the end. What about the saving of your whole household, man? Acts 16 verse 31, it says, "And they said, Believe on the Lord Yahweh Mashiach, and thou shalt be saved and thy house." Don't you know that the word that we pushing is able to? It's the scripture says it's an engrafted word which is able to save thy soul, and we being renewed day by day when we go through this word, man. We being refined, but this is able to save you and your household, man. Just like it saved, excuse me, like it saved Noah. But guess what? Noah took that wisdom and he was building. You got Jake that's not building, man. You ain't gonna have no safe haven. There was another scripture. Let me think. Which one did I want? Damn. I just had it. This may be it though. Just slipped my mind. Okay, this is 1 Timothy 4 verse 12. It says, "Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers." So we supposed to be examples of the believers, and the Most High chose us for our strength, man, our youth. You know, but obviously something else is so alluring and capturing your attention, man. It says, "But be thou an example of the believers in word, in conversation, in charity, in spirit, in faith, in purity." All of those things, man. In word. The things that we saying. In conversation, your actions, man. In charity. The scriptures say the charity covers a multitude of sins. What's the number one most charitable thing? It's to pass this knowledge, man. You know? Or also help, and helping brothers carnally. You know? When we teach this word, that blood is being wiped off of our hands, man. You act as if your hands is clean or something, man. Remember, if you stop doing this work, man, none of the works that you have done up to this point is going to be remembered, man. Jake, man, it's sickening. Jake not taking his truth seriously. You know, you got not even just the people that's brothers that's not fully awoken yet, but brothers that's in this work laboring, man. You know what they going through. We should be motivated to get the fuck out of here, man. You know? Me personally, I hate when I hear well, certain things that brothers go through, and there's nothing I can do about it, man. The only thing we can do is keep our head up, and keep pushing this word, man. Let me keep going. It says, verse 13, till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine. See, you see what the Lord commanded us to do? Till he come, he said. You got Jake that's not doing anything, man. They come to camp for 2 hours, and that's it. That's them being an Israelite for the week, man. You know? Jake, man, this is a way of life, man. This is not just something that you do on Saturday. It says, neglect not the gift that is in thee. The Lord gave us an actual gift, man. We got to use it. It says, which was given thee by prophecy with the laying on the hands of the presbytery. Meditate upon these things. Give thyself wholly to them. You see that? We're supposed to give ourselves wholly to this truth. That thy profiting may appear unto all. See, the Lord has a purpose for us to do that. When we start to do what the Lord told us to do, and we start to profit, the people were supposed to see that, man. That's how we be a light to the Gentiles. Take heed unto thyself and into the doctrine. Continue in them, for in doing this thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. You see? Is that not motivation enough? You got people that dedicate their whole life for the mammon of this world and the mammon of this world, the riches, as well as, just a fucking trophy or a crown, man. The accolades. But what about we building our legacy right now? You see? And we're going to be living legends, man. That's not motivating enough? Scripture said they do it for a corruptible crown, but we do it for incorruptible, everlasting. Joint rulers forever. If you believe that, you would go hard for it, man. So my thing is, Jake must not believe it, man. And we know that we fighting the flesh, man. But you gotta fight. You can't just keep taking L's, man. That's not a characteristic of somebody that's going to endure until the end. If you're not using that gift, the Lord gonna take it from you, man. This is Matthew 25, verse 23. It says, his Lord said unto him, well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of the Lord. And that's what we looking for, man. But you got to be faithful over little things, man. A few things, man. If you can't be faithful over this word, what makes you think that the Lord is going to make you faithful over his kingdom in heaven, physically? You're not doing anything for the church, the building of the church. You think that you're going to become a pillar in it? Let me jump down. Verse 29, it says, for unto every one that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken even that which he hath, man. So this thing can be taken from you, man. You think just because you got you can understand the truth that's the end of it. Scripture said there was one that was profitable to many, but unprofitable to himself. Don't you want growth? Don't you want promotion from the Lord? Or do you want to be skipped? Or replaced even? You got brothers coming in doing way more than you, man. Young brothers. Which we still young, but you got brothers just coming in and they laboring way more than you. You don't see that? You supposed to be an example to that man. Like I said, this thing, it can be taken from you, man. Let me get this. This is I'm gonna actually read the from the top. John 15 and verse 1, it says, I am the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman. Every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away. And every branch that beareth fruit, he purgeth it, that it may bring forth more fruit. You see? Hey, script. Matter of fact, what's that one? I'm gonna just keep reading. It says, now ye are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you. Abide in me, and I in you, as the branch cannot bear fruit of itself, except it abide in the vine. No more can ye except ye abide in me. So you ain't gonna be able to stand if you ain't abiding with the Lord, man. You got, hey, man. You got Jake that they don't watch videos. They not reading. You're not plugged into the Spirit. So how then are you going to bear fruit? And you know what's going to happen to that tree that doesn't bear the fruit, man. Let me keep going. Verse 5, it says, I am the vine, ye are the branches. He breaking it down. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. For without me ye can do nothing. And we commanded to bear fruit, man. It says, if a man abide not in me, he is cast forth as a branch and withered. And men gather them and cast them into the fire, and they are burned. If ye abide in me, and my words abide in you, ye shall ask what ye will, and it shall be done unto you. Herein is my Father glorified, that ye bear much fruit, so shall ye be my disciples. Man. That's how the Lord is glorified, when we bear much fruit, man. When the fruits of the Spirit, it starts to grow. If you ain't growing those, you're going to be withered away, man. Cursed. Dried up, man. Like the fucking dry bones, man. You get this Spirit taken from you, man. Is that not motivation enough to keep pushing? It's mind-boggling. You know? But the Lord, hey, man, he said it lacked moisture in another scripture. You know? Let me get this. Hey, man, like I said, man, why are you not hoarding up as much wisdom as you possibly can? As if it's not what's going to sustain us in the last days, man. Scripture say wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy times. If this was a physical thing and we was prepping physically, people would be hoarding up all these non-perishable goods. Well, that's what we should be doing, storing up our treasures in heaven, man. We see the evil days approaching. What the hell is wrong with Jake, man? Nothing else you doing is going to save you, man. But from the looks of it, everything else is more important than this truth. You know, and if all the reasons that I've said already is that if that's not motivating enough, you know, which the Lord, remember he asked Peter 3 times to feed his lambs. If that's not motivation enough, what about the fear of the Lord, man? Actually fearing the Lord. If it ain't about the love of it, what about the fear? You know? Malachi 1 verse 6, it says, a son honoreth his father, and a servant his master. If then I be a father, where is mine honor? And if I be a master, where is my fear? Saith Yahweh of hosts unto you, O priests that despise my name. Well, you ain't mentioning it, you ain't making mention of it, you ain't praising it, you ain't exalting his name. So you must despise it, man. Ye offer polluted bread upon mine altar, and ye say, wherein have we polluted thee? And that ye say, the table of Yahweh is contemptible, and if ye offer the blind for sacrifice, is it not evil? And if ye offer the lame and sick, is it not evil? Offer it now unto thy governor. Offer it now unto thy governor. Will he be pleased with thee, or accept thy person, saith Yahweh's host? Yeah, you giving forth a wicked ass sacrifice, man. You know? Bare minimum shit to the Lord, who wants the best of the best. You know? The point was, He said, if I be a master, where's his fear? He actually commanded us to do these things, man. You see, is the Lord not in all your thoughts, man? Because that's a characteristic of the wicked, man, and pride. You know, it was a point where the Lord said He was ashamed. He was ashamed of us, and He didn't call us His people. You know, I don't want to make this lesson too long, man. Um, yeah, man. What more does the Lord needs to do, man? If it's something that you doing and it's hindering you, then you gotta cut it off, man. All right. Before the Lord cut it off. If the Lord wants you, He will cut it off. So you over here, whether you spending time with your family, your woman, your job, don't be surprised if He take it away. You know. And if you ain't gonna correct yourself, don't be surprised if He continue to take things away. Let me go to Matthew 18 real quick, man. Let me see where I want. This is Matthew 18 verse 7. It says, "Woe unto the world because of offenses, for it must needs be that offenses come. But woe to that man by whom the offense cometh. Wherefore, if thy hand or thy foot offend thee, cut them off and cast them from thee. It is better for thee to enter into life halt and maimed rather than having 2 hands or 2 feet to be cast into everlasting fire." Yeah, and this is a parable, man. You know, you want to enter into life, and hey, I'll just use this example. The scripture say, "A man and a woman shall cling together and become one flesh." Well. If that woman is a part of your body, your flesh, and it's hindering you, cut it the fuck off, man. You know, it's better to enter into the kingdom without her than both of y'all just being destroyed, man. You know. Keep going. It says, "And if thine eye offend thee, pluck it out, and cast it from thee. It is better for thee to enter into life with one eye rather than having 2 eyes to be cast into hell, fire." You know? The Lord is showing us our way back, man. You know, and He already said you cannot serve 2 masters. So I don't know why people keep trying to balance it, man. You put the Lord first, and everything else comes after. You know. I don't know, man. It's like Jake, man. You ain't afraid to fail. I always think about basketball. You here it is. You on the court. You know what I'm saying? With a bunch of ballers, and you when you play, you come out zero. You know, 0 for 12 shooting day, man. You know, that should make you fucking ashamed, and you should go in and work harder. You got brothers that don't know the most basic things, man, or constantly Jake not putting up no videos, man. Well, you should be comparing yourself to your brethren, man. Not in the sense of, you know, I'm talking a healthy competition, man. Not being jealous of a brother, you know. But if that brother can do it, you should be able to do it, man. You know, you gotta be followers of them as they followers of the Lord, man. This is Sirach 4:20. It says, "Observe the opportunity and beware of evil, and be not ashamed when it concerneth thy soul." And we talking about things that concerns our soul, man, and salvation. You know. So whether you feel some type of way, you getting cut, whatever, that's what it's supposed to do. It's concerning your salvation, man. Remember, all scripture is profitable for exhortation, reproof. A wise man will love the reproof, man. You know? So my motto, Lord's will, like I say, every lesson I do is for myself as well, you know? But my motto is no fun until the work is done, man. Just like with tights, man. You give your tights and then the rest of your money, you do what you need to with it, man. But no work until the fun is done. For you brothers out there that ain't do videos in 3 weeks, I bet you dealt with your woman in 3 weeks though. Bet you had sex in 3 weeks. You made that a priority. Don't be surprised if the Lord takes it away, man. If you continue to treat them like that, or worse, just take it away. Take the spirit away from you in general. So we got enough motivation, man. We got so much motivation to be able to do what we need to do. And it's just, you be a man and do it. With that, Lord willing, that was edifying. To the next lesson, I want to say all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Hakadash, and I want to say Shalom.